Welcome back, Hunters! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate G-Rank Edition. So, I actually made a mistake last episode by trying to figure out, okay, I don't think it's going to line up properly for, the last few weeks we may have a 4 Ultimate roster. No, I was an idiot. We actually, with today, going after Rusted Kushala Daora, will have it set perfectly to tackle the last 6 remaining roster monsters in the next 2 weeks, and then we'll start looking at tackling the Apexes after those. So this episode is going to be going after a bit of a interesting case. We're going to be going after Rusted Kushala Daora and see how we do with the light bowgun against it. The reason I'm taking the light bowgun is because, well, every good heavy bowgun set kind of has the drawback that it has terrible ice resistance, and I'm thinking Rusted might be a pretty heavy frost fight because we're fighting it in the polar field. I think Kushala's attacks only gain freezing to them if they are in an area that has frost or ice in the area. All the wind attacks are generally physical attacks if it's in the battle quarters. The one big black tornado is a dragon element attack, but if you're in the polar field or the frozen seaway, I think the tornadoes pick up the ice element of the ground, and that's kind of why Kushala has ice element on the weapons, I think at least. Maybe quite mistaken on that, but I'm just going to see if there's anything else I want to bring, but I think it's about pretty straightforward. We are going to be... one of the things about this set is it's not really great for Rusted Fight, because I was able to jam in the Water Attack 3, which is weakest 2. It does have bonus shot, but I don't have any pierce capacity in the bowgun. And you know what, let me see if I can bring along those status shots, because they might be helpful, just to lock up the monster for a little while. Take that, and take that. Again, this is going to be an interesting fight, taking the light bowgun out. I was debating whether I would take a heavy or not, but I figure I've been going heavy bowgun pretty, well, the entire series. It's nice to have a little occasional, differences here or there, and I think for a lot of what's going to be going forward, Apexes I might do light bowgun with, just to see how they are after the first one. But the rest of the roster is probably going to be with the heavy bowgun, just to try and see if I can actually do it solo or not. So we're going to head out, take on Rusted Kushala, hopefully take it down, and then with that, we are set for the next 2 weeks to be... Oh, actually, Rusted is going to have a cutscene. We should be set to tackle Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate pretty smoothly towards the end of its series. It's still going to be at least a month or more of content, but we'll try to see it all. Yeah, I'm really thinking I am glad I brought along the high frost resistance set. I wanted to bring the element build because I don't think light bowgun really has a lot of raw power as the heavy does in 4 Ultimate. Okay, we only got 30 minutes with it, so we'll have to see how we do. Now, I don't have evade distance on this set. So I've got to be careful. And I don't actually know what Rusted's moveset really is. It's a lot of hopping and jumping, but I don't think it has the ability for a lot of wind attacks until maybe you break some of the parts off. Or maybe I'm just speaking stupidly. Oh, and there's an enrage. Yeah, see, there's the ice attacks that I wanted to be careful of. Oh, lordy. Oh man, he is actually really quick with a lot of his attacks. I don't have much of any openings here. Okay, go after Runa for a moment. Thank you. Oh, I thought that was going to be a cart right there, because surprisingly enough, Rusted is more dangerous than I was expecting him to be. I thought he was going to be a little bit more of like a grounded fight, but oddly enough, he's a lot faster and dynamic than regular Kushala is, which is weird, because again, it's supposed to be Rusted. I was expecting more of a, he starts slow and then maybe builds his speed up as you like break parts off, as if like shedding his skin. But not the case. And it does seem he is heavily ice attacks. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get a lot of chances to shoot at the head of him. It's like he's constantly on the move. I'm not sure if I've encountered a monster in 4 Ultimate that's... Okay, there's the big dragon one, which we want to avoid, because our set is very bad at dragon resistance. Oh man, would you just stay down for a minute? Like, I almost need it to drain itself entirely of stamina just to get my openings to strike. Oh, I really should have brought the heavy bow gun, I think. Even if I would have been at a disadvantage with, like, speed, at least I would have been able to try to get single shots out that would do decent enough damage. Here, it feels like I've got no openings. And unfortunately, Unshakable's not really that good against wind pressure like I was hoping it would. And it just seems like he has this constant aura about him. How are you supposed to do anything if he always has the aura? God, Gunner's got done dirty this generation. No, I wanted to dodge forward. God, this is probably one of the worst fights I've ever had in Monster Hunter, because it doesn't give you an opening coupled with a bit of a BS aura the monster gets. Like, at least Teostra, you get some openings to attack even with, like, the big fire aura that will melt your bullets. But Rusted here, you get nothing and his body is completely covered, so what was the thinking here you're supposed to be able to do? Like, my God. Oh, has it finally worn off? Okay, the wind aura's at least finally worn off. So now I can try getting a little bit pumped into him. But my God, it's like just 5 minutes or so of not being able to do anything to him. And then the cats are completely useless this fight too. Like, I think they've been up maybe only once or twice. Oh, and already down again. There we go. I think he finally ran out of stamina, so we have an opening. Just keep doing that. And enraged again. So we're going to be back into just stuck running around while he does whatever he wants for a while. Yeah, if you're going to make him this dynamic, I don't think he should have had the Wind Aura. Because, like, you can see the shots, unless they are precise at the head, do nothing at all. And he doesn't, like, do big attacks and then have a drawback of where he just sits for a while, or gives you a chance to at least counter. I don't even want to try going for mounting attacks, because if we're airborne, I feel like he's just going to easily smack us around a bit. Oh, and yeah, this is not a good fight in my opinion. The Wind Aura is way too oppressive, and I think Blade Masters would have an even worse time. Because at least I can, like, run around, keep some distance, and not have to keep smacking into that constantly. But as a Blade Master... Seriously, who came up with some of the fights in 4 Ultimate? Savage Joe was another one that was, like, pretty annoying. Rusted, though, has to take the cake. Just because it breaks how Monster Hunter usually operates with it, like, being turn-based. You don't get your turn till, like, 5 minutes later. It really is, I just feel like... And then, of course, the bullets can ricochet off the aura. Oh... I'm hoping he doesn't have a big health pool to make up for this. Like, there's got to be some kind of balancing factor. At least I'd hope. Because all this is turning into is just ring around the rosy without a chance to ever actually, like, engage. And every attack that he should go back and do, like, a little roar or an idol to at least give you an opening, doesn't have that. Oh, I probably should have brought flash bombs, but... Oh, see, again... Oh, I hate how they did the auras in, like, 4 Ultimates. It just felt cheap. And I can't even use attacks like that with openings because I have to watch for... Yeah, this... Rusted is such a bad fight. And airborne again. And Wind Aura'd. Not enough engagement. Really not enough engagement to make this a good fight. Monster Hunter is all about its back and forth. You don't get that here. Or if you do, it's like 3 times as long having to dance around for it. Or hitting the stupid aura that reflects the damn shots. Like, oh, they just handled so much of this wrong. And of course I'm facing the wrong way because I have to... Okay, at least I got some shots in there. But again, unless it's like a specific spot at his head, it just gets sent back to me. How am I supposed to do anything? I've never had another fight in the series be this bad, where you don't feel like you can actually fight, and you're stuck completely, like, locked out of engagement. Like, I was able to get a couple of hits on the tail in, like, 2 or 3 minutes of fighting him. And all he does is just so much... There we go. Damn, that took a while before we got our opening. And right into this mode again. And my rapid... Oh, frick. I think I just gotta try every little opening. I've gotta be greedy. If I stay too passive, I'm not going to get anything actually accomplished here. Which is, like, so counter of what you usually have to play bowguns as. Actually, every gunner weapon, really. Although, the shots bouncing back against me is very freaking annoying. Oh. Yeah, this is probably the worst fight I've encountered in the entire series. There are some other cheap fights that can be BS, but you at least engage with the monster. You have the openings to actually fight it. This is not that. This is you are locked out of doing anything, and you just have to run around for who knows how long. That wind aura should not be active on Rusted Kushala. If you're going to have monsters so dynamic and just rampant about, like, no openings, you have to counter that by making it so that way it doesn't have this protective shield that literally just cancels you out. It is frustrating to try this. I'm not even going to hunt. Like, if we successfully take it down, great. I'm not going to keep trying this fight. This is atrocious in just, like, how poor quality of a fight this is. It feels like you are mandatory, need flash bombs, need so much more that it just does not feel like a proper fight. I can't even use the status shots because with how much they bounce around, I don't really have the number. There we go. Okay. Managed to get him on the charge. Like, if he stays in this mode, I would say that this dynamic ability and attacks are a good pairing. But the problem is he doesn't stay in that mode. He enrages what seems like super easily. Super easily. And I can't even have the cats out for long because they just keep getting, There we go. Okay. Come on, you ugly bugger. Okay, well, there's the wings broken. I don't honestly know if that'll do much. I think it's the horns I need to break. But at least he's not in his super aura right now. This might actually be a good time to poison him. Oh, he actually didn't go into the super state, or like his super wind aura. I'm not sure if that's because he's like too low on stamina to do it, or the wing break did affect it like that. Either way, though. There we go, that's a nice amount of water to get back to use. Yeah, that hurt. See, that one I think kind of clipped through the map to reach us, but yeah, at least we had enough distance. Okay, here we go. We're getting some payback for all this running around he's been doing to us. And, okay, there's no sub-quest, so it is basically, we just gotta take it right down. Yeah, see, as long as he doesn't have the wind aura. And, of course, there it is. Oh, but he still hits like a truck with some of the attacks. Okay, there we go. We at least got ourselves our health back up a bit. But my lord, it's... Oh, why are you guys doing that now? Oh! So we successfully repelled it. But yeah, no, this... It'd be different if you at least were getting a little bit of an opening while he has that black wind aura around him. As it stands... Oh my god, is it such a bad fight. Blade Masters, maybe if you have, like, a wind negation, you probably will be able to fare so much better. But Gunners do not have anything that will shoot through the wind aura. Maybe Pierce Shots do, and I might be wrong. But my lord, this... probably the worst fight I've ever had in Monster Hunter. Just because it doesn't feel like you have a way to really interact with it. Whew. But I think with that, we can at least try and see what the gear looks like. I don't know if, again, I don't know if I'll be going on more hunts for it. It just feels way too oppressive to be dealing with. Like, there's usually trade-off. Rajang, that's an example one. He does a stupid ton of damage, but he's a glass cannon. If you can get the hits in, he goes down quick. He does have the arms that will, like, block all damage, but then he can hit the tail that is like an extra weak zone. Teostra, when he gets his super aura, you still have the head and the tail that are more easily hit, and he does give you some openings to strike. Rusted, however, nothing. And doesn't look like we unlocked anything to preview. Let me just see if there's anything in... No, I don't think we got the materials to actually even preview his gear. I'm pretty sure Rusted has a set of his own, but it looks like you have to have more materials from him to open it up. Yeah, we don't have it, so there's not really much I can show off there, but my god, I've not encountered a fight that has been so, like, locked down as that is. You can have things... I'm trying to think if there's any other fights that have been like that, but... nothing comes to mind where you were, as a gunner, might be so locked out of engaging and interacting because of an aura like that. It's definitely been changed in more recent games, but Rusted Kushala, I am perfectly glad if we never see it again, because my god, it is frustrating to deal with when it has its wind aura like that. I usually don't get too negative unless there's like something that really irks me, so you guys can tell that one irked me a lot. Maybe just pierce shots can penetrate the wind aura, I'm not 100% sure. But just trying elemental light bowgun, that's a bad time right there. That's a very bad time. At least that is Rusted shown off as his fight. We didn't kill him, but we did at least successfully repel him. If there is a request, maybe I'll try to follow up and take it down another time. Definitely try a different build for it. But I think we're going to move along with the series and cover the last 3 monsters before the Fatalis trio, which will be Silver Rathlos, Gold Rathian, and Raging Brachydios. After those 3, it's the Fatalis trio and then the Apex monsters. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did somehow like this struggle and just my complaining rant, be sure to give the video a like. And until I catch you in the next video, hunters and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.